Hey, hey, hey.
TikTok week.
TikTok week. You know what? We have to get through TikTok week to get to my favorite week, which is what?
Disney week.
Disney week. I'm so
Yes,
excited.
Disney is usually always my favorite, although I do have some high thoughts for Wicked, and I'm very excited about that. I know you're apprehensive, but
It's
like
true, but
I'm
I
hyped
love
for
Disney.
Wicked.
I'm excited for Wicked, but like I feel like Disney night is always breakthrough night. It's always the night where you see the contenders that are there, but you also get a few surprises. So I'm
Yes.
just really super excited.
I hope though that they don't send anybody home on Disney week. I rather
They
do a
don't
double
usually.
elimination the following week.
Right. That's usually what happens. So,
That'll be interesting if what we do on Disney night. Um, But I will say I hate TikTok. Like it's a stupid theme. Like
I agree.
I love TikTok. Don't get me wrong.
I
But
don't even have TikTok.
it doesn't work for a theme.
No, it was weird.
It didn't make sense. It didn't.
Although I will say the opening video montage was kind of hilarious.
Yes,
So
I will agree. That was
I did
funny. I like
thoroughly
that.
enjoy
Like
that. I'm not
and
gonna
all
lie.
the jokes and like it was funny because Derek like filmed the two of them from his um trailer of like Bruno and Julianne doing those dances for the week before, and I was like, "Where's that coming into play?" Like no one saw it, and then they had it in the TikTok thing, and I was like, "That makes a lot more sense."
Hmm. So yeah, this whole night was just kind of weird and strange, and I'm ready to just chat about it and then put it behind us.
I know. So we started off with Jen and Yan, and they had a cha-cha. Um, she's good, but she has some technical things like her
Mhm.
lock stop and like it wasn't there and um like she plots like she doesn't step through her foot
Mhm.
um but
I also
like
feel like she's got to slow and sink.
yeah.
Slow and sink in, and then like the arms, whether they're supposed to be like vertical or horizontal, like I feel
Well,
like the arm placements are never where they should be.
I also feel like for her and it's not just her, there's some other people that do this too, but like she does a hand, she does a motion, but there's no extension to
Mm-mm.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So the extension is really intense. Like it like that gives you that motion and that it comes from your core and she's not doing
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I just feel like it's a little bit more like sinking into her body, accepting where she's at, and hopefully that'll kind of bring it to that next level. Watching those placements, um, yeah. I think she's got an opportunity, but I think we gotta give it a little more oomph.
Yeah. Then Lauren and Brandon. Okay, I'm just putting this out there. I need Justin or Justin. I need justice. I
So
need
terrible.
justice for Lauren and Brandon.
I
Was
cannot.
this her best dance? Absolutely not. It was not her best, but still, like, she had so much potential, and I really thought her fan base would carry her through. I was
Yeah.
shocked, and I loved her one word answer at the end. It was
Did you
perfect,
see
and
Brandon got a tattoo?
yes, just like Ezra and the one, like the one word phenomenon. But it's funny. This one's a little different. Like
Definitely.
with Ezra's partner, it was a whole different meaning of the nothing.
Right.
But everyone will always remember that. But this one, everyone will remember. But like, I think everyone will remember because everyone was just in pure shock and can't blame that she was pissed.
Absolutely. I was right there with her. I just this it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Um.
So that's it. That's all I got on that one.
Yep. Uh, she doesn't have like, and a lot of the judges commented the dynamics. It was all one movement. Like again, like
Well, like
I
if you
don't,
think about her dance the week before, she proved that it is possible
right.
for her to do all of those things. But I think with it being her song with it being the expectation of the dance from that and all of that, I think it just set the bar a little differently for her. And I think it made her nervous and just not fully present in what she was doing with this because I think she was still in her head about everything else. And so, that translated to maybe lower scores than they were hoping for. And ultimately the end. And that doesn't make sense to me, but
Yep. Guys, don't mind me. I'm eating an egg roll because my dinner just came.
eat your
Live
egg roll.
live your best life. Um, then our next one was Danielle and Pasha. Her shoulders improved. I know
For the
everyone's been
foxtrot,
giving her
yes,
grief. Her frame was a lot better.
definitely.
Is it riding up a little bit? Absolutely, but it was a
Mm-hmm.
huge improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I feel like
her,
we gotta work with the side by sides a little bit. Like I feel like the energy and the flow in the beginning was like really wonderful, and then the side by side, I feel like it kind of dipped.
mhm.
So I think we got to work, and that just really I think comes down to like an independence thing and like a confidence thing in side by sides. So
I'd also be interested though too, is she getting tired from the momentum and like
mm,
is she applying all her energy at the beginning versus at the
that's a
end
good
and
thought.
like being consistent?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
okay, then the next one, Jordan and Ezra. Like
You watch One
Ezra
Dance. This is it.
choreography
Phenomenal.
genius. Like it
Phenomenal.
was phenomenal. Like this is one of his best routines. I wish he got more credit.
Yep.
Like even Jordan's frame with their height difference and like technical and body connection, it was powerful, but the dance itself was powerful.
Yeah.
Um and he looked so powerful too in this dance. And she like
Yep.
they both just looked good and star of the night.
I told you I wasn't sure what he was going to do with that frame because they are so different in height. So I wasn't sure if he was going to take it from like a route of like sinking and shrinking himself or whether he was just going to take it from the expansion route. And I'm kind of glad that he took the expansion route, especially with a routine like this with the storytelling and all of that. I think the expansion was definitely the way to go.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if you watch One Dance, it's that one.
It
Phenomenal.
100%. Um, although I would recommend at least two dances.
And Point of
Scott and
View.
Riley.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
That was a really good one too. Uh, the next one was Dylan and Daniela. Um, this I didn't think this was his best dance. It like he has moments of excellence, like we've been saying, like, but
Yes.
like this one too, like he would stick his butt out at times in some of the frame. Um,
But I'm glad he's leading more though.
yeah,
Like I do feel like this was his first chance of really showing that masculinity and that leading and that power that the male is supposed to have in a foxtrot. So I gotta give him credit there because that is a little tricky for our non-pro males, and I think he nailed that.
I would agree.
And that spin segment was beautiful.
He has really good spinning, like his spot is
So good.
strong.
Yep. That whole section was awesome.
Elaine and Alan, um, she's doing great. Um, especially for her age too. Like
What did
I
she say?
her
Like I'm 54
did you see
and
the
I just
shirts
did
that they
that for
got?
sure.
Yep. Like I'm 54 and I just did that.
So cute.
Compared to the youngins in the group.
Yeah.
And but like again, her frame is not perfect across the board. I also think like you're not seeing her do as much as some of our younger competitors are doing.
Mhm.
Um, I will say I think her time is limited.
I
Um,
mean, the older ones always are a little limited,
I
but
know.
I'm glad that we've gotten to see her grow as much as we have. Like I think that's really cool. And I hope this week kind of brings out like a fun side to her and really helps her to just feel the flow of everything and have fun with it.
Then our next one is Whitney and Mark. And they hit a samba. They did a really good dance. Sometimes I felt like her bounce was forced
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like her spot, especially
I,
being a dance major, like what is going on with her spot?
then that throws off the balance a little bit, which then kind of all ties
Then,
in
then there's
together.
bumping,
And
and like it's that spot, and it kills me because she's so good.
yeah, we'll have to see.
Hmm.
I don't know.
But that's like I feel like her weakest downfall. If she could
Hmm.
nail that spot, it would be so much better.
Well, yeah, because then that throws off so many other things when it's not. So
Um, then the next one is Scott and Riley. Guys, like
finally, he has arrived.
so
He has
good.
arrived
He was in his element though. Like
for
this was a
sure.
jazz, and a jazz is pretty much a freestyle. And like if you look at it, is it a pure jazz? No, I think it's more like the jazz funk style, but like in Dancing with the Stars, a jazz is pretty much a simplified freestyle.
Hmm.
There are no rules. And it was a lot of arm movements, which is
And
where
that
he
is,
excelled because he does a lot of TikTok, and that is TikTok, so I
I
get
got
it.
it.
Um,
And
I
we've
would have
talked
loved to
about that. We've
seen,
talked how that upper body strength is just more powerful for him.
right. I as a dancer, I would have loved to seen a little bit more in
Hmm.
some of that, but like for the choreography and the dance and it like he was in his element. This was phenomenal, and you could tell I felt like he was having the time of his life.
For sure. So now I'm going to be very curious to see how that translates into this week, going back into a ballroom style, right? Because now we had kind of a week off from it a little bit.
Hmm.
It'll be very interesting to see how
It's either
the
gonna it's gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna excel him because like
yes,
now I know what it means to be big and really
yep,
fill, or is it going to mean I'm uncomfortable again with this? Like it could help
yeah,
him or it could harm him. Like
completely throw it
it's
off. Yep,
there's not a middle ground.
yeah, for sure. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen this week.
Then our next one was Hilaria and Gleb with a samba. Now she has beautiful movements, and even Derek in the critique said that she's in a league of all of her own. And I get that, technique wise, but there's nothing that's connecting her to the audience, I feel
Hmm.
like, and that's like to me, that's the missing component.
And it felt kind of stiff to me. I don't know. Like I feel like a samba is so like
There wasn't,
free and
there's two parts of movements for samba. There's a bounce move, and then there's a gliding action with samba.
mm-hmm,
Gleb didn't put in a lot of bounce moves, and she
mm-hmm.
easily could have had a lot more. I
Yeah.
learned that from Sharna,
So I think that's what gave me kind of that stiff feel.
and that's where I think you're getting that
Mm-hmm.
because it's not,
Makes sense.
there's two types of actions, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still very good and still
Oh
content
gosh,
based.
yeah,
It's just
for
not
sure.
what people normally expect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then we had Andy and Emma. Um, and technique, it's not there.
No, but
Soul
you
and
could tell he
heart.
worked really hard.
Soul and heart, it's all there.
So hard.
I love him.
Seriously. I do too. Like
I love
I
him.
think this has just been such a cool experience for him. And I don't think he ever thought he would ever get past week one. So I think this is like obviously a little sad because, of who went home this week, but I also feel like he's just really appreciative of still being there. And I think it's kind of cool to see his
The bottom
growth, and that's what
three,
it's about.
the bottom three were Andy, Elaine, and Lauren. And when I saw the bottom three, I actually thought it was going to be Elaine going home
I did too.
because I was like, Andy has the soul,
Right.
Lauren has better technique and dance.
Yep.
That's why I worry about Elaine moving forward. I'm wondering if she will be in the bottom.
Yeah.
Um, and then we had Robert and Whitney, and they had a salsa. Now, her music did not fit a salsa. And like
Not
if
at
you
all.
notice, like she even put like a drum thing in there and
Hmm.
that's not in the song. Um so like I feel like choreography wise, like she did the best she could, but it
Absolutely.
didn't, which also threw off his routine. Did she go for some of the little bit of the more sexy motions and talent with him ripping off his shirt and that lift? That lift was insane.
Hmm.
Whitney and Daniela do the most like hardest lifts that like
Innovative and
I
oh,
swear that like how are you still alive after half of these moments because you're doing these with untrained people.
it's true.
So like uh, God bless them.
Definitely. Definitely. I like I don't know. I kind of like the like I feel like he needed that energy because you're right. Like it was just a little it felt a little off. And so I feel like the ripping off of the shirt kind of gave him that second wind to like keep going because of course the crowd went crazy and like that just kind of pumps you up and keeps you going. So maybe that was a little bit of a play to keep it moving and
I felt like they were a little bit disadvantaged because of the music piece in that. So it
yeah,
was challenging and it was like slower. I remember you and I were texting. We're like, this doesn't feel like a
not at all.
salsa.
Not at all. I hate when that happens because, like you said, it feels like it's more of a disadvantage than anything else, and I don't like that. You
Right.
know, like
Then our next one was Alex and Avale, and they hit a quick stop or quick stop. I can talk tonight. Quick step.
that's
Uh,
okay. It's
um,
fine.
but they had the pop music.
This was
It's
literally
like a
like one of my
huge
favorite
dance on
dances of the night.
TikTok with the snails, and it's like
Sure. I don't know what you're talking
crazy.
about.
Do you not know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
They have there. It's this or no, this it's not the snail one. There's a snail one too, disco snails. But then there's this pop music one, that they did like there it goes pop music. No, no, no. But like it's just the routine and it's just yeah. But like
I
it
got
was
no
a
clue.
huge
But all I
TikTok
know is
number,
this was
but
fun and it was one of my favorites of the night because it was just pure fun.
it was, but I thought this was one of her better ones and like I'm finally starting to see a connection with her and
Definitely.
Val. Like this was one of her better things, but that's also to what she's known for is the
Right.
TikTok piece. So putting in the actual TikTok choreography into her dance, um, like I think helped.
Definitely. It added that familiarity piece. It added that confidence piece. It added that reminder of, yeah, this is why I'm here.
Right.
So,
Um, and then like we saw the troupe multiple times and with Charlie and Mark and Charlie danced at one point. That was fun. I enjoyed
hmm
seeing them back.
I did too. I loved seeing her like, sprinkled in and out throughout the episode and yeah, it was cool to have her back in there.
I will say for next week for Disney Week, we have some interesting songs.
Mm. I'm sorry, we have a Hamilton song. Phenomenal. So excited. Cantina band thrown in here. Like, what? This is crazy.
Bob to the Top,
Crazy.
like High School Musical.
Well, that one doesn't surprise me with both of them being blonde.
I know, right? And like it's interesting because like I and this is the other thing too that I always wonder. Some of these songs like people will not know
Hmm.
because unless you've been to Disney World or Disneyland,
You're
like
not gonna know
Special
Space Mountain.
Spice that is from Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So
Yeah.
unless you've been on the ride or like done research, it's a song actually from the ride. It's not from the movie. So there are
Well, it was
certain
supposed to be in the TV show that then they canceled.
correct. But like, so these are those things that like people, Jitterbug, stop. She's like hitting my computer from behind. Um,
But you're right. There are certainly some things, if you don't watch Star Wars, you're not going to know the Cantina Band. If you have not watched Hamilton, you're not going to recognize that song or know what that is.
right.
So,
And like
yeah.
the Once Upon a Dream song is not the normal, like it's the Maleficent one. So
Yes.
it's the slow and creepy one. Um, and so like and like Ratatouille, who's gonna know Les Fiston or
Le
Fist
Festin. I know Le
Les Festines?
Festin.
Like
It's
I
so
don't even know what
fun.
that song is, but like
Oh, it's so cute.
I don't like
It's in
I,
French.
I know Ratatouille. I've seen it, but like I can't place that song to it. Or like Space Mountain, like these are
I
more
know.
theme parks, like, and I get it, but so I'm very interested in some of these pieces. My mom would like to weigh in. She is raising her hand over in the corner. Yes.
Elaine said today on a Instagram post with Alan that one of her first paid jobs in Hollywood was she was the voice of the opening of Space Mountain as you're
Ah,
lines.
see,
That's
that
why
makes
they
sense
chose
then.
that.
There
See,
you go.
I didn't know that, so I hope they put that in her
Thank
package.
you for sharing that, Kelly. I didn't know that either.
See, we learned something today.
That's what I like about this. You never know what you'll learn. But yeah, see, so then that makes sense why that is like thrown in there. And of course, Tiana's Bayou, they're trying to encourage people to go
To
to the
go to
ride,
Disney.
to go to the park.
And it's
Of course, it's the
70th
anniversary,
anniversary.
and it's the anniversary of Hamilton as
Hmm.
well. So of course, that encouraging people to watch Hamilton. So there's purpose behind everything
Yep.
kind of deal. So there always is with Disney night. Literally always.
So
They're, of
it's
course, probably going to give a sneak peek into the new Cars Land that's coming to Magic Kingdom when they do Life is a Highway, right? So all of these, same thing with Maleficent, doing
yeah.
that song with Villains Land coming.
Oh,
So
100%.
purpose to all of the choices.
Yeah. If you guys have never seen Cars Land in Disneyland,
No, I
so
never have.
good.
I think Brian has though.
I have. I've been there multiple times. Like, it's so good. I'm going again later this year.
So
Ah.
yeah, so I think it's like I think that, and I like that they do that because it does give you purpose instead of picking the same popular songs. I like how it gets people curious
Mm-hmm.
and it creates this like wonder of Disney and Disney parks and all that Disney is beholding.
Exactly.
So
So
my favorite. I'm so excited.
I love Disney night. I know it makes me happy. So, well,
I
at
will
that
have my
point,
Minnie Mouse ears on.
well, at that point, I think that's it for our talk for this week.
Yeah, short, sweet, and simple because TikTok was weird.
It was weird, and one of my favorite comments, I must share this before we leave, is like Al or Brandon posted about being eliminated. Instagram commented on it, and they said this would never happen on an Instagram night. I thought that was fabulous. Like, I loved it.
Hilarious. Oh my goodness.
So that one made me
Crazy.
laugh.
Oh, that's great.
So,
I don't know.
but
All
otherwise,
right.
guys, have a
See
great
you
night.
next week.